Yo, 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 another gungeon. Another fucking gungeon. It's later in the day now. This thing is still here. I haven't figured it out. I think maybe it's this. No, it's not that. Maybe it is. No? There's somewhere back there. I think there's like a ghost. There's like a ghost of a shadow. It's not based off of anything. I watched the videos and it's gone by the end of the video. I don't understand how it could be. If that makes any sense. Like, how could there be a thing there? If it's not there the whole time. It's gotta be something that's like flying around. Maybe my fan is shoving something at, but like, why wouldn't it? My fan's oscillating, but it's not always there or always not there. Oh shit, somebody destroyed the water. Did I? I don't feel like I destroyed that water. Well, we'll keep an eye open for a nearby room with a water brawl in it. Or we won't be going to the old thingy, which would suck. Kyle has apparently made a bunch of new mods, and it's gonna be testing time for mods soon. Dude, I had today off, and it was pretty laid back. Moses and Aaron came over. Aaron's about 9 weeks away from having a baby that's like alive and stuff, and it's not just cells in her tummy. I mean, I guess it's a big debate. At one point, does life begin? There's religious elements of it. There's political motivations. Science doesn't really have a thing to say. But at some point, it's going to go from being part of a closed unit, sharing like organs and survival 100% on Aaron, to sharing only some percentage smaller than 100 in order to survive. And it's pretty crazy. It's fucking weird. I shouldn't have bought a key yet. Oh well, it's fucking weird. I shouldn't have bought a key. I gotta start doing better. We're actually gonna get a charge of the old Molotov before we go in there. But going from like part of a shared system to being its own independent, free-floating, existing thing is a crazy point. I remember when I was a little kid, and someone told me that, like, you know, you can't create anything out of nothing. I was like, well, I got you tricked. I got you, your theory ruined. What about when a baby is made to be alive? Isn't that making something out of nothing? I know that, like, all of the proteins and molecules and atoms and everything are not spontaneously created now. I was pretty stupid to even think that. It was probably the first and final reason that they kicked me out of science school, because I thought that you were just creating something from nothing when you were making a baby be born. But it's not that simple, idiots, geniuses, dumbos. You know, you get all that material from somewhere else. And then the woman's body has to work like at like not 200%, of course, not 200% effectiveness, but more than 100% of its usual effectiveness to produce all that friggin' material. And that's crazy to me. It's still crazy that biological life and sexual reproduction exists. I think sexual reproduction is much weirder than asexual reproduction, because asexual reproduction is like just eating 2 times as much stuff as you had before, and then going like, all right, I'm gonna convert half of that stuff into something else, and then we're gonna have 2 of me. I literally doubled my mass, and now I am 2. Probably more than double, actually, in a situation like that. You probably have to really load up because it takes a lot of energy to do the actual splitting. Come on, dude. Why are you gonna do this to me? Because energy has to come from stuff, too. It's not just the hard, physical goods. Hey, nice. I mean, not the grass chopper, but we got some money, baby. Grass chopper's not really that good. It's too slow. Charm rounds are really good, especially when you only have weak weapons. Man, that was it. Alright. Well, they're both unlocked. Table Tech Chili Peppers. The regular bow. Let's open up this bad boy and get coolness. Yeah. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright. That's more than I should have used, but 5 coolness is all I'm taking from this. Because we'll get 3 back. We'll be down a half, or down a full heart going into the next floor. Let the rat take that. We're gonna open this one. Yep. Okay, well. This run is done. I mean, I think that's... They put the finish gun in the game to be something that makes the... Because you've literally done everything in the game, right? It's an accomplishment thing. See, it's gone now. Maybe it's my camera. Maybe it's my fucking stupid fucking camera. But yeah, we just went from having to think about our boss weapons at all to never having to think about our boss weapons at all. We do have to think about our curse, which 5 curse is really good for us in terms of money, but since I got rid of all of that freaking armor, it's a little bit scarier for us. Bees are like a set damage. It's not like a gun reliant kind of thing, right? Every bum bullet bee that comes out is going to do exactly the same amount as every other bum bullet. It's not like, make sure you're holding your best weapon when this thing goes live. But for some reason it still feels like, I don't know, for some reason I feel like poison and fire and things like that are in some way related to the damage output. It's not true for this game though. But I still tend to behave as if it is. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, Table Tech Chili Peppers. Gotta remember that I got it. Yeah, the finish gun... I'm gonna feel weird about it forever. And for a while, for at least probably a good while longer, I'm gonna keep using it. Like... It'll hit that point. It'll hit the blasphemy point. Or the, whatever, where I'll have had it too many freaking times in a row. And I'll have to just stop using it. But, like, it's not there yet. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. God damn it. So that's the other freaking problem we have right now. Is with all of these, with all the getting 5 curse on the first floor is pretty intense. Because it means we're potentially going to lose a lot of chests until we get something wet. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the finish gun is like, it's too much of a gift for people that still want to play the game. I can stop using it, and there will be a point where that becomes the case, but No, probably not. There's not really a point where I stop using things altogether. I tend to use things more situationally. I'll use blasphemy if it's early on. I got this streak going, you know. The streak is its own force. It pushes me to behave certain ways because it only makes sense to. I'll lose a streak while I'm holding on to something good. I'm not gonna make it harder later on. Make it more likely that I'm gonna lose a streak because I'm holding on to this early. I just think maybe if this gun had like half as much ammo, or even less maybe, nah, it'd still be fine. That's not what would make it less valuable. When Moses and Aaron came over, we, you know, what do you do when you have people over? We ate. It was already pretty late. Moses has to work a double tomorrow. We ate, and then we turned on the smart TV, and, Excalibur has how much fucking curse? .5. We're gonna leave that for a second. We're not ready to be at 7.5 curse. But we started watching things on. We watched. I think you should leave. Some of the Tim Robbins skits from that show. We have to have keys on us every time we go into a fucking room. I don't know how I would have known that was the room, but well, obviously I wouldn't, or else I would have behaved as if that was a locked or a key room. But yeah, we gotta have keys on us before we get to those, if possible. And then we saw, because I don't really know how to use Netflix. I mean, I know how to use it. I know that the way to make it function, but I don't like to use Netflix. I don't enjoy watching like a bunch of shows. If I'm gonna watch pick your own television, then I'm gonna watch Then I'm gonna watch YouTube. What's up, baby? Okay. I'm recording a video. Yeah. What are you doing? The thing is, Jackie, I feel like if you got another pair of pants that were exactly those, you'd still wear the doo-doo ones. Yeah, you would. Well, we're not going to the fucking Old King because I got a fuse on a chest. And I got a freaking heart piece out of it. Oh, there's still a little bit left. There's a little chance that there's a secret room. There was a secret room. Disarmed and bolstered. What did we lose? Oh, we lost the shotgun. What does bolstered do? I gotta look up the shrines. The reason I would rather watch YouTube is because I like little nuggets of mostly informational. Grants 1 to 2 heart containers. And disarmed is removes the currently held weapon. So I guess you should always be holding your starting weapon when you talk to that thing. But then it might take a random one. We did not gain a key out of that. We have a good amount of health. It only gave us 1 though. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to fucking go. Wait, I got it. I was like, I want to get another gun from this thing, but I don't want to get rid of the cricket because I kind of need something else. So there we are. AK-47. AK-47 calling it right now. Slightly better shotgun. We're still at 5 curse. We're still at 5 coolness? 6 coolness? 5 curse, 6 coolness. There's no way to go to the Abbey of the True Gun without entering some like console commands or whatever. Loading the game back in mod the Gungeon mode. So we're just gonna have to accept our situation. Will this light that? No. So it's not a real fire. It's a characters only fire. He can light that because I flipped him onto the fire. Alright, just had to get up in his fucking face. That does take a little bit of the worry out of the rest of the run. That one, we basically don't need to super worry about any other boss killer. And 2, we can't go to the Abbey, so I'm not like stressing getting the old crest there. I swear to God, I used to think the Winchester shotgun was better. It's not better. It's exactly this good, and not 1 ounce better. 1 iota. Just stay in there. Just stay in there. Just freaking stay in there. You know, I've also noticed another thing about myself in this game is early on, with starting weapons, with like a starter and an alternate, I actually am a lot more aggressive than I am later on. Like, I guess because you kind of have to use the starter weapons, but I think it's mostly because I'm more specifically familiar with the starter weapons. Even though I play this game a lot, there's still a lot of guns that I, it's not that I don't know them, it's just that I don't use them for an entire floor, literally every run, like I do with the starter guns. Oh boy, I almost walked right off. Wouldn't have been the first time. The extra coolness is, of course, wonderful, because it means I can burn this guy multiple times. How did I get hit there? What the fuck? Not even sure how I got hit there. I think I just was not looking closely enough and kind of rolled a partial second too late. I don't know, that felt pretty dumb. Well, there goes the lead god. This, that felt extremely, extremely stupid. I was as safe as I feel like I've ever been. And yeah. And it's just stand there and get hit. I would like an ammo, please. This one's a cheap one, right? Probably get lodestone. We might be going to the rat. Squatchy said that the secret room has been in here before, and I don't believe him, because I think the secret room can only be from an angle that you can enter or exit a room, and that room only has one entrance. And exit. Well, I mean, as second exit, but that second exit is not part of the, not something that's going to be a doorway. Yeah, we started watching Wanted, the bullet curving movie with Angelina Jolie. And, like, I knew that that movie was kind of an over-the-top, like, almost intentionally over-the-top action movie. But I didn't realize, like, it's a 2008 movie. It's got James McAvoy, Chris Pratt, youngish Chris Pratt. I almost said Morgan. No, it is Morgan Freeman, and Angelina Jolie. Oh Lord. And it's a god awful piece of crap. It's just like, it's like when studios were ultra certain that they'd figured out CG graphics, so they allowed studios, they allowed them to make the most ridiculous, preposterous... Wait, did we already find the secret room? No, we didn't. Where the fuck could it be? Situations, because they're like, yeah, we'll just CG it, and no one will know the wiser. We've made it photorealistic, and that's how you ended up with things like Catwoman, which looks just fucking horrible. That's how you ended up with things like Wanted, which just is just so bad. Where the fuck could this be? Maybe here? Yeah, okay. Alright, so we got an extra blanket, we got an extra key. Good thing that I didn't use a key. Motherfucker. And we got another extra key. Replete? Let's look up replete. Okay, so it's basically very long phrases with that one. Which is good, because you actually get more out of it. You don't want the ones that give you shorter words, like go. It is very strange that these are all, almost none of them are excuse me, oh, what was that? Almost none of them are R-based words. R. Dude, guys, back off. Again, doesn't increase the damage of it, though. Well, increases the DPS, doesn't increase the damage per shot. I am slightly increasing my damage per shot, though, with the metronome. I feel like I should be using the metronome with something a little bit more likely to be utilized in a boss, but we're not really there in terms of guns. I mean, I'm not going to use the finish gun as a room clear, but why not? This is kind of sad. This weapon is basically dodge roll saying goodbye, right? Thank you. You've been here for 3 years. We've been working on this for 5+. Let's try it. Let's just use this weapon. Wow. That thing holds bullets in the back. Okay. Let's just try it. Let's see if we still have ammo in the boss. It's a pretty stupid way to play this game, but like, we'll get the ammo back before the rat. because the rat floors ammo. Oh shit. Sylvie bees. Basically, we should kill on our way there, and then we should approach the boss pretty much as quickly as we can. We're not getting the lead gods, so there's no real reason to... if we don't get it, we're actually still at the same amount of health we would have been otherwise. So... we still want... you always want to have more health. But... oh, this is something I learned today, looking at Netflix. I thought The People vs. O.J. Simpson was a documentary about the O.J. Simpson trial, etc., etc. at all. I didn't think it was a dramatization with, like, Cuba Gooding Jr. and, oh no, and David Schwimmer. Like, I don't know who plays who. I know David Schwimmer is not really an actor. He's more of a sitcom thing. So I'm a little... I mean, I don't really care about the O.J. Simpson trial that much. I was around for it. It was the first big, you know, reminder of my life that racism is a real and currently still very, very powerful thing. The Trump presidency is the second reminder of that. But I'm not saying that O.J. Simpson was innocent. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that race relations were discussed all the time when talking about the O.J. Simpson trial. And I remember first reading about it, I was like, wait, it's just a murder trial, right? This guy murdered somebody, or didn't, and then he's on trial for that. But it turns out it wasn't at all a murder trial. It was a black man with a white wife trial. In a lot of people's eyes, not necessarily the people in the court, but in public opinion it was that. And that's what was like super fucked up to me. It was like, let's find out if this guy murdered this woman. Let's not worry about whether this black person murdered this white person. Or, I mean, it's weird, right? Like, I feel like that shouldn't have to be said, but like, it's about murder. So why are people losing sight of it? And I'm sure that that is addressed in the dramatization. Like how fucked up it is that a murder trial turned in... I mean, I hope it's addressed in the dramatization about how, you know, a murder trial turned into be a fucking sideshow. Like... and became a black versus white public opinion piece. But like, I don't know, but putting David Schwimmer in a major role, maybe he gives a surprising performance, but that's the guy who's just like, he plays like a nerd in Friends, right? I am so fucking mad. You've got to be shitting all over me. Dude, what is up with this game almost giving me stuff? The ability to steal, please. A nickel? A nickel? God damn, dude. So many runs. Just under... I feel like the last 3 runs I've done have been just like one less than enough. I guess it kind of doesn't matter what my alternate weapon is. That's rough. Might not have seen it, but I just spit a lot while extending the F in the word rough. I mean, excuse me, the GH for some reason. Rough. R-O-U-G-H. Rough. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that seems right. Everyone knows it's RUF. Maybe in a second F. You really need to feel it. Like, look at this situation we're in. Because we couldn't afford. We were 1 cent short of the fucking thing. I'm really liking the rats being killable and contributing towards my meter. I think I've also gotten the metronome a good amount recently. These guys are wonderful, as far as I'm concerned, with the metronome. Who's left? Okay, I was gonna say, you put that freaking scythe away, dude. Or point that scythe at me. Another one that's just money. Oh no. Okay. I think we're at the max. Wow, these guys are scary as fuck. Actually, yeah, I was gonna say we don't even need to grab that one, but like, you fucking grab it for the guns that you're not using right now, right? Oh, don't shoot that gun at me. Don't shoot that gun at me. Aw, man. Are you... Okay. Alright. There are other reasons to use this gun. Nah. I thought... Fucking weird, dude. We know that this is not quite as good currently. Oh, sorry, I was looking at different effects of the rat cat. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Or not the rat, the shrine. No. Actually, it's probably a good idea to keep using this one because he's gonna send out a little bunch of dudes. I mean, it's a good idea to be using this one for the obvious reason of fucking course it is. But there's also all of these guys we're gonna get metronome for. Until we get hit again, of course. Which we won't. I always get hit from like the most obvious shots. I get hit by the stuff that I see people who are brand new to this game dodging. Or comparatively new. Excuse me? Did that count as a fucking metronome kill? Damn it. God. Getting that on the first phase is so fucking hard. There we go, we did it though. The anvil might be something I metronome for a little bit. Come on, give me something. Come on, you chump. You fucking dick. Well, I'm glad we got the first one. Just get out of here. Gold gun, not really usable in this situation, but I'm gonna remember to put on the POW. I'm not talking to you, right? Freaking talking to you, fucking badass. Go. Slide off. So long. This has been a good run. Molotov, but we got something very slightly better, in my opinion. I don't shoot, shoot, shoot. You're gonna at me. I don't shoot, 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 shoot. Gonna at me. I know you got my sympathy, but don't shoot, 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 shoot. You're gonna at me. Don't shoot, 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 shoot. You're gonna at me. Please die quickly. Wow. If I wasn't going to the Lich, we'd be doing the Advanced Dragon this round. We got two keys we're just sitting on, man. I just don't find the Advanced Dragon fun. What are we gonna use for the time being? What are we gonna use with this meter? This metronome. Dude, what if we had gotten cursed from that fucking thing? We'd be at Lord of the Jam and that would be the end of our fucking tree. That's pretty dumb. Pretty dumb that I did that. We can now leave ammo on the floor. This is the closest thing to like a mega hand or something. It's not right now in the same ballpark, really, but we can do that, which is pretty good. Let's get at least one of those guys out of there. If not all to both of them. I like that. I like anytime a spawn thing contributes. What the fuck? Okay. Like when a guy summons something and then that summon adds to your metronome. That's something I'm a big fan of. But like using this gun with these little dudes feels badmin. I think, was it last run or was it the run before where I would have had the AK-47. There's 2 runs in a row where like some really incredible stuff would have been mine, but I was off by like a hair. By the slimmest amount. The slimmest of shadies. Gonna be out of ammo pretty soon. especially if I keep missing. Come on, stop fucking missing. Yeah, we got ammo. We're not gonna finish this room with this gun. Do the bees count towards the... The bees count towards the metronome of the currently equipped gun. Meaning... I can save some ammo in some situations. This is definitely the way to the boss. It's not going to be up. That's going to close. That's going to wrap around to the left one. Probably in that same room. It's going to be the wall longer. So we're going to have to change guns. I'm not gonna change guns until I'm fucking forced to. Until someone grabs my hand and presses the button that makes me change guns. Which I don't think anybody's gonna do. You can't make me. You can't make me. Oh, this will make me. I try. We're gonna sell this. Use it for this floor, and then drop it in the hole. If this energy gave it a faster reload time, we'd be saying maybe. I could have done the advanced dragon. I'm a puss. I'm a damned puss. There we go. That's perfect. That was fucking a good way to get rid of something that I was having a hard time getting rid of. Just the reload time, man. In between the gotta garden men. Oh. So the Winchester is a gun that would be very, very good to use with the metronome once you got it past a certain threshold. Until then, it's pretty worthless, as I am now demonstrating. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I try. The saw? Get a full reload on a trigger pull with the saw. Or a full reload on a dodge roll, I mean. But we're not going to do that. We are going to get rid of a bunch of stuff, and we're going to lose our shit in the process. Our metronome. Yeah, let's get out of here. That's enough. I'm tempted to keep using this, though. Wait. What did I drop instead of that one? I think I might actually just keep using it. Until I get hit or start to run out of ammo. I don't think there was any ammo in the shop. Like, why am I so hesitant to use good weapons in situations where they'd be good? I know why. Because I'm conditioned to be a nervous spender of ammunition in this game. And I still think it's wise. I just don't think it's all the time always necessary. Oh my lord. Sure wish I had those Sylvies right now. You see those wanted style ricochet shots? Well, I guess wanted is not necessarily about ricking a shay. It's mostly about wiggling your arm in such a way that the bullet goes completely around corners. I really like the fact that I got a bunch of freaking ammo on the ground. So, I mean, it makes this into a juncture. What the fuck word am I thinking? This is not foolish. A foolish endeavor. It's not the word I was looking for, but I guess it works. At this juncture. Sure. Why not? Why not? If we get hit, we'll jump back to this room. I'm not a crazy fan of the buzzsaw even synergize, but I didn't really have a way to save that thing for later. And we got 2 ammo supply drops, so we'll give 1 to each. Yeah, I was gonna say this guy can't. He can't do anything with this, right? The bees. The fucking bees, man. Nah, we'll keep going. The bees and the red boys are, that's not a fair situation. This weapon I said I'm not a huge fan of, we're gonna just use it all the way. So I think the way the bees work and why they count towards your gun is they actually, even though they don't count, they don't utilize your gun's damage, they still kind of, they count as an additional effect from your gun. Like, the laser from this, I think, is still counting towards my kills. But, like, damage over time, like poison wouldn't. Which is its own standalone kind of thing. I could have saved that until I was a little bit more in need, but that's good. Good, good, good. How? How is this guy allowed to hide in the walls? How's that fair? Dodge roll. How's that fair? Does that thing always appear where you are? Is that why I can never find it? You know, it's pretty good on ammo. At least with the damage increasing. And with a synergy. $244. Yeah, that's not bad. I thought it had 500 and I was at in the mid 200s. I mean, that's essentially just what you want. Oh, I don't want to go into the boss with the Mega Hand, even with it leveled up a bit. I want to try to use this, so we'll get the Mega Hand right afterwards. and take it to the next floor, take it to the house. Or maybe we should fill this up first. And take it to the house. Dude, this is not that good. It's alright. I can't tell. It seems like it's good ammo-wise, but I'm not, like, feeling the goodness of this weapon situation, you know? I feel like the slowdown removed the potency of its bounciness. This is pretty fast, though. I don't know. I'm so unsure. No lead god this time. We, like, dodged a real easy bullet. Or laser. I-beam. Real easy gazer beam. We didn't get the chance to FOK. We missed our FOKation. Why it's a little weird. It takes away our thing. A little bit more coolness. Isn't gonna hurt anybody, but the slowdown might. Comes on the left over here. Jarby's 100% uncut, useless. I don't care. I want these 77 bullets. I don't freaking care. What? Why buy the thing? It's gonna be useless in a second. This is probably the first time ever that I've gotten the wax wings and just been kind of like, I mean, I think I'd gotten upset because I got the wax wings when I had the Gungeon, but I didn't know about that until after I had it, so. Over the middle. Still taking some time for this thing to warm up. Taking some time before it's able to deal some damage. Some of the kind of damage that I wanted to be dealing. And in the meantime, everybody's dying to freaking dots. Not even my bees are getting the kills for me. It's so strange to remember the time when, like, he just left hearts all over the place. Like, that feels forever ago. Feels like, how was that in this game? And silver bullets. So, I'm not 100% sure, even though I feel like I should be 100% sure, but I'm not 100% sure that, wow, we're, getting the kills with the bees. Feels like sometimes, definitely, other times, not quite. Or we're getting the, metronome counts. get rid of the killable ones. Are bees poisoned? Are we actually able to send out poisoned bees? Huh. There's this thing about like the first ever historical use of biological warfare was when some guy threw urns full of venomous snakes into some other guy's boat. I feel that's kind of like what we're doing now. Not urns though, just bees. But that's weird that, biological warfare was just like, hey, fuck this guy. Throw explosives that instead of like ammunition in them have a bunch of snakes. We got too many snakes. Snakes are ruining our island. Why don't they ruin their island? The island of their lives. Ooh, good one. Good joke. Sick burn. Yeah, okay, so you can see it more on things like that. Yes, it is definitely still doing damage. Well, these bees, huh? Oh, we'll never know. It's a good chance we will literally never know. And like I always do, we're gonna take this metronome as far in the fight as we can. Yeah! Okay, the bees did the work. And I love them for it. And then as soon as we don't have any, as soon as we get hit, we're going back to the regular, you know, the gun that we should have used for every boss fight. You know, that's the weird thing. We lost our flawless on a fight where we were using the finish gun. We haven't been hit on any of the bosses where we weren't. So maybe the finish gun is a giant pile of garbage. You ever think about that? Think about it that way for some reason? "48 shots left." We won't be using this for much longer. Man, that's crazy. I can't remember the last time I burned through a thing. Burned through a Mega Ham without using some alternate fire mode. I hate that that's an explosion. Or I guess I hate that explosions do that. Doo-doo-doo, 17 shots. We might be able to finish it with this, or we might have to switch at the last tiny little bit. I don't know, our items seem to be allowing us a lot of, getting us a lot of extra damage. Oh, fuck. Outside of this, so I think we might actually be okay. I'm just going to blank that one, even though it's not something I usually feel the need to blank. But I wish I could see how much ammo I had left without having to watch the video, because I don't care that much. But that's 85. That's a Powell off. We've been going to the rat a lot recently. It's probably going to stop soon. But when we get a lot of money early, and we don't get to go to the Abbey, I tend to use those two things as a way to kind of push it. Oh, I have to pee so bad. I wonder what he's up to. No lead guide. The freaking beholster. And a roll that I just didn't. That's the thing. The lead god is moment to moment, man. It's moment to moment.